So yeah, we are going to go ahead and go over the schedule. So everything that you need is right here in this group. So if you're new to the group and you've never done a challenge before, everything that we do is inside the announcement section. And I have all the pictures that's pinned to the top of the group. That is your main handbook. You really want to follow that to a T. We have all of the answers for what's a shake day, what's a cleanse day, what should your schedule look like, what do you need to do at the beginning, all of those things. And then everything else that you need to know, education around what you're doing, mindset, encouragement, really the nitty gritty is going to be done right here in the group going day by day. So if you can put in the comment section which shred this is for you, how many, if it's your first. Also tell us where you're coming from. So that's always really interesting to see because we do try to keep these groups pretty small and really just those that are intending to do the groups are inside the shred. So that's what really adds to all the momentum. Yeah, so anyways, we kick off tomorrow and we kick off with a shake day. And a shake day is so simple. We don't need to overcomplicate it. If you have no idea what a shake day is, and this is your first introduction to what do you do, you need to see the announcement section and see that I have a shake day schedule here. See if I can get it to come in. I thought if I showed my phone here, but you'll see, and it goes through, what do you do first thing in the morning, all the way through. Now, I'm not sure which box you got. I'm not sure what you purchased or what you have at home if you're just returning and kicking back off, but I'll tell you some of the main things, the essentials that you want to make sure that you have. The most important is your shake. So this canister, you're going to do 2 scoops of shake per meal, and you're going to do 2 shakes a day. So that is the most important thing. So if you have a canister of shake, great, you're well on your way. The other thing is just planning out your week when it comes to your dinners and then your snacks. So we're all coming in looking different, right? We all have different calorie ranges. We all have different goals. But the biggest thing that we want with this is to reset our bodies. So we really want to take 2 weeks to really clean out our bodies, put as many good nutrients in, and get our body to start responding, okay? So the reason we do an intensive way of our maintenance mode, because we could do 2 shake days followed by 2 cleanse days, then 5 shake days followed by the last 2 cleanse days. So we're doing 4 cleanse days in a 2-week period, which is pretty intense. But the reason being is because we're resetting our gut. We're resetting hormones. We're really getting metabolism to start boosting up. And that way, going into maintenance mode, we have made so much progress that literally you're motivated, you feel amazing, and then we want to teach our bodies what we want it to do. So we're going to take you down this path because scientifically, guys, the research, and they've done a ton, even in the past year, they just did a study of a difference of a 1-day and a 2-day cleanse. And the research is phenomenal. And the biggest thing for me, if you guys know me and everything that I come in with is not losing muscle. When you talk about fasting and stuff, you know, you really don't want to do it because you're cutting calories. But the amazing thing with this and a supported cleanse is we hold on to every bit of muscle while just losing the fat. So we don't have to really worry about the scale. Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, if you're lifting or training 3 days a week or more, and you're in this first time of losing fat and gaining muscle, the scale will mean nothing. But the way that you feel and the inches are going to be everything. Now, some of you are going to have a 10 to 15 pound shift, and that's amazing because you had that much to lose, and we are forever thankful. Even if it's getting off water, inflammation, all the things that are just hanging and extra because of the way that your diet's been. So just know that this 2 weeks, although a sample of our system, it's also super scientifically effective, and we just get amazing results. So we ask that you trust us and that you really follow us on this schedule and that you pay attention to the things that we're telling you are most important. Okay, so I'm going to go down a list. So if you have something to write with, I'm going to tell you just a couple of important things that I want you to make sure that for these next 11 days, if you follow nothing else, these are your main things. Okay, so 2 shakes a day. That's number 1. We want 2 shakes a day. The next is going to be about 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So right now, I want you to go on your phone calculator, and I want you to do 0.8, because it's going to be 0.8 to a gram. Okay, so 0.8 times your body weight. Okay, so I'm just going to do 0.8 times 140, 112 grams at least. Okay, bare minimum. But what we really want to aim for is about a gram. So right now, let's just say you're just starting out and you go, gosh, at best, I might get 40 grams of protein. Well, you got a ways to go. So probably getting to 112 is going to take you a little bit. But the great thing is with these shakes, if you're doing 2 shakes a day, you're at least getting 48 grams of protein. Some of you guys have Isoline Pro, you're getting a ton more than that. Some of you have a canister of protein only, you guys are getting more than that. Okay, and then we're going to do things like we're going to give you suggestions about other ways to get protein. Okay, so they're going to have all kind of things in the group where we just really focus on what are some good ways that we can get protein without putting a whole bunch of processed food in our body. Okay, so that's the next step, is staying away from processed food. And y'all, an amazing thing for me is I tried to find you an example here of getting something that I really just, I know we're going to see in the group, but let me give you some examples of things that I see with protein. Land O'Lakes turkey meat, like the bagged turkey meat. It's horribly processed, so many things. So that is something that they're loading sodium and other antibiotics and steroids. You're not getting much of the protein. In fact, you're just getting like the sodium and the garbage. And there's been a lot of links with cancer there. So we want to stay away from any kind of processed meat. So really stick with all the lean meats that we have inside the announcements group. Okay, so I have in your announcements or in that main file, I have here a list of lean proteins, and Greek yogurt's one of them. Okay, so a lot of things are on there to give you ideas, but you want to aim for 0.8, and we want to stay away from processed foods. So that goes for processed cheese, like cheddar cheese that comes in a bag. I know that it says it has protein, but that's not protein, that's a processed fat. Versus something like mozzarella, that might be a better cheese, but that's a fat. So we really want to help you dial that in. And where I might be talking a foreign language to some of you because you're like, what in the heck's processed, what's not? I'm going to tell you, just a simple tool that I use is really think about what you're doing when you're in the middle of the grocery store, in those middle aisles. What are you shopping for? Those are usually where those highly processed foods come in. And I'll tell you, they get you like the bag of chips that say 20 grams of protein for so many chips. And you go and you buy the chips. That's processed protein. Okay. So yes, a little bit of that on snacks because we're not perfect. We can have a little thing. But when it comes to these next 11 days, I really want you to focus on going a little bit more primal. Like let's think olden days. Let's think about the things that our body actually needs, not that it wants. So if there's a big goal for this 11-day, it's going to be, I'm going to give my body what it needs, not what it wants. Okay. Because we're really trying to detox the gut. And in order to do that, even one little bite of that Reese cup is going to make your gut inflamed. So I ask you, just eliminate these 11 days. Let's make you feel a ton better. And then that's part of your 80-20. And that's okay. That's a different story. We're talking about something else. So right now we have 2 shakes a day. We have 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. We have staying away from processed foods. That's the third. Number 4 is going to be moving. Move your body. So a goal for everybody in this group is going to be 8,000 to 10,000 steps. Okay. So obviously I'm not going to adapt for that person that you might only be getting 1,000 steps. You probably need to get about 4,000 to 5,000 steps a day because you're so low already. So that's if you're extremely sedentary, then you might want to aim just a couple of thousand more and that be what you set your goal for this entire 11 days. My goal is 10,000 steps, meaning I will not go in that bed. I will not go to bed. If I have 8,000, I'll walk around my house if I need to. I'll do whatever I need to do, but you need to try to go for 8,000 to 10,000 steps. The next is going to be the focus on stress and sleep. So most everybody, and I hope you all did, got Ionic Supreme or the Adaptogen Elixir. And that's right there. I got to go get that. So both are great at managing stress. Okay. So this is a supplement that has so many amazing things that's going to lower cortisol for you and really help you feel good. Not to mention, this is helping with cravings. This is helping with the way that you're breathing, the way that you handle stress, all the things. This is like liquid Xanax. It's really, really good. This is probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite product. So I can't recommend this enough, but when we're focusing on stress and sleep, that helps so many other things. So most definitely managing your stress can come from paying attention to your sleep, because that's number 4. We want 6 to 8 hours of sleep, really with it being 7 to 8 of the range. And then we want to manage just everyday stress by using a supplement, as well as we manage our stress by getting our sleep in. Okay, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was the 5th. The 6th is water. So we are going to pay attention to water. Now, we have no problems drinking wine or drinking dessert coffee or drinking flavored water, whatever the case may be. We have no problem. We can just drink. And then it comes to water and it's like, I cannot drink water. I hate it. It tastes so plain. I do too. Okay. I count literally when I'm brushing my teeth. I count the water because I'm not that great. But we are not here for our own pleasure with water. This is the freest gift you can give your body. And this is an energy drink. Like, if you didn't know, this is the best energy drink. You just have to force yourself to do it. So we're going to aim for 1 gallon a day. Okay. You need at least half your body weight in ounces. That's prescriptive. But when you aim for 1 gallon, you're probably going to meet your goal. Okay. So go ahead and put on your sheet that you're going to aim for 1 gallon. And then the last one that I always like to save for last, because it can be quite controversial and it can be something within yourself that you really have to commit to. So no alcohol. There is no other way to just tell you right away to manage your stress, sleep better, get the empty calories out of your diet, all of the things, lower the inflammation. But alcohol is one of the number 1 things that can wreak havoc on our gut. So we really need to eliminate it. And with that said, I just ask for the next 11 days, commit to it. When you think of what you're doing right here in the scheme of the rest of the year, this is such a small portion of the time that you can really just detox your body, feel really good, stay committed to yourself, and have the results on the other end. And then when you start introducing that stuff, it might not be every night. So I know I have a lot of clients that will, drink a glass of wine a night. And it's just because you literally are miserable with yourself. Like, you go through this daily cycle, and I want to bring to your attention that by joining this group and by committing to this, you have broken that cycle. So there's absolutely no reason why you can't detach that and just say, hey, this is a new cycle. This is going to be uncomfortable. This is going to make me make some hard decisions. But if I know going in that I'm just doing this for my body, I'm not doing it because I'm dieting. I'm not doing it because this is elimination. I'm doing it because I want to honor my body and I want to feel really amazing on the other side of it. When you take that approach, things will be so much better at the end of your 2 weeks. So I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. I know some of you guys are going to say, well, I have this vacation, I have this, or no, that doesn't mean we want you to drop out of the group. Because we really want you to see if you will spend 11 days doing this, just like this, by the book, it will always serve you. So I'm here 4 years later. Stacy Perlino is here 5 years later, and we still live by this and love it when it comes to just getting to our goals and helping others. So the main concept is your mind. We have to master our mind. So I made a big post about this the other day, and I'm going to make this the big theme of what I talk about within the group. But it is not attaching the outcome to our emotions. We want to detach our feelings from what we're wanting to accomplish. Okay, so I feel hungry. I don't feel like doing the movement. I don't feel like walking. I don't feel, or I'm so full. I can't eat. I can't drink another shake. Those are all feelings. Okay, and we want to just redirect you and get away from always paying attention to feelings. I'm starving. Well, I promise you, the person that's gone without food for 2 weeks is not starving. You're definitely not starving on those cleanse days. You're very much supported. So a lot of the focus that we need to have to be successful starts right here in our mind. So change your mindset or master your mindset, and you will master this 11 days. Not to mention, you're going to come out understanding so much more about your body. When you feel really good, you understand, hey, whatever I just did, that's working. Now you want to take that into a maintenance, a follow-up after the 11 days. What are you doing? Because our goal here is to really get you reset, get that thyroid firing, get that metabolism burning, get some things happening in your body going. And it will. After 11, I promise you it will. And then on that 12th day, if you throw it all out the roof and you just say, yeah, go party, I promise you, it's just going to be a little bit of time before your body's going to go up. All right, they're going back to their old ways. So we do want to teach you. We want you to learn. We want you to embrace this and then take this as a great jump start and then head into what you've been wanting, some of you, for years and just never taken the first step. This is your first step. So now just be committed, have fun with it, understand that this is not about elimination. You're not starting a diet. There's no restrictions. There's only suggestions. And honestly, consistency is so much better than perfection. Consistency is so much better than full elimination. If we can sustain it and you can do it for the rest of your life, I promise your body is just going to get better and better and better. So the work comes in the patience, the work comes in the commitment, but you guys are more than enough to do this. So I am so excited to be leading this group again with myself and my partner, Stacy Perlino, and then our entire team who have just as much experience as we do, and they're amazing. And guys, I just can't wait to watch you guys cheer each other on. So let us know if you have any questions, and I look forward to getting started with you guys first thing in the morning. Don't forget, oh my gosh, most important part, tag your friend at the end of this video. Say, watch till the end, because I didn't say this at the beginning. Take the pictures and the measurements first thing in the morning. Okay. If you did them this afternoon, just know after you eat a little bit or drink whatever, you're going to be a little bloated. It's not going to be consistent. I love having these things first thing in the morning. Okay. So you need to plan an extra 10 minutes. All right. I want you to say in the comment section, say, I watched all the way to the end and I am taking the pictures and the measurements first thing in the morning, Heather. I got it. Okay. All right. I'm leaving you guys on that note. Have an awesome Sunday. See you in the morning.